Alright, so this is video 4, number 7, the fourth way that you can be asked to find the 6 trig functions. Alright, so this one's a little bit different, but it still follows the same pattern. The first thing we do, we gotta draw our angle. And so we have our axes, and boom, I'm gonna start my initial side, it's gonna be on the positive x. Now, if you read this problem, it says, if cosine of theta equals this ratio, and sine of theta equals this ratio, then find the other 4 trig functions. So, here's the thing is, I don't know what quadrant to draw it in, right? But I do know a lot of information. I know cosine is negative, and sine is positive. Now here's the thing, that little acronym, all students take calculus, helps me out here. So cosine is negative, well cosine is positive in the first and the fourth quadrant. So it's negative in 2 or 3. And sine, that's S, is positive in the first and the second. And hey, I want sine to be positive, so that means it's either in the first or the second. The only spot where both these angles can occur, the second quadrant. So I know I have some angle in the second quadrant. All right? Now, from there, I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to draw my triangle down. So I'm going to draw my triangle to the x-axis. Boom. And that's going to make my right angle. Okay. From there I need to find, as always, the ratio of, or the side lengths. Okay. I don't know much. I don't know what the angle is. All I know is the angle is like this, but I have no idea of the measures, so the information has to come from somewhere. It's going to come from these two ratios. I know cosine is negative 5 over 13. Well, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is going to be my adjacent side, and this is my hypotenuse. So negative 5 over hypotenuse, which is 13. And now sine, hey, that's opposite over hypotenuse. So my opposite side is 12. My hypotenuse is 13, which it is. And hey, if I look, this is a Pythagorean triple. 5, 12, 13 is a triple. So I'm good there. Also, if I check, hey, I'm in the negative x direction here, a positive y, and my hypotenuse is always positive. So it looks like everything else is working too. Okay. So from there, now I just gotta fill in my triangles. The nice thing is, or fill in my ratios. The nice thing is, 2 of them are given to me. I know sine is 12 over 13, and I know cosine is negative 5 over 13. Then to find cosine and secant, I just gotta take the reciprocals. So 13 over 12 and 13 over negative 5. Again, I like to rewrite this just to add my negative on top. 13 over 5. Now lastly, tangent and cotangent. Tangent is going to be adjacent over opposite, so that's 12 over negative 5. And again, I like to rewrite that just as 12 over 5. And then cotangent, well, it's a reciprocal of this, or it's also adjacent over hypotenuse, or sorry, adjacent over opposite. I'm going to just take the reciprocal. Hey, that's 5, negative 5 over 12. And there's that. And so that's the fourth way to be given the information. They have to tell you what quadrant it is, and then you use those ratios, right? We don't know anything about the angle, but we know the ratios. Use the ratios to help us out and find the side lengths. And if you're only given, say you're given like cosine and tangent or something, or somewhere where you only were given 2 of the side lengths, you could use the Pythagorean theorem or potentially a Pythagorean triple to find the third side length, like we did in number 5. All right? But that is the fourth and final way to be asked to find the 6 trig functions.